Privileged ones, YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. So on the screen really quick over there, there is a Darkest Days emblem. That emblem I will be giving away this week. And on top of that, anyone that entered in for that emblem last week is also being put in for this week as well. So if you haven't entered, remember you can enter in on every single Destiny video that I upload. So if you want to enter, all you gotta do is be subscribed, hit the like button down there, and also leave some comments. So just one comment's good. A super long comment, a super short comment. Just let me know what you guys think about this video and the blog post that Bungie uploaded. Now really quick, I wanted to let you all know that this video didn't get uploaded right away because I'm still working out the kinks on editing these videos. These videos take a lot more time and a little bit more effort. And with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoy the videos. Please let me know in the comment section if you enjoy the style of video or if I should go back to the older style of video. Other than that, let's begin this video. So, in this video today, we are going to be going over the blog post. And I have it right on the phone here. And we're going to have some stuff pop up on the screen over there. I'm not really going to pay attention to the camera very much because I'm going to read it off straight from the Bungie post and talk a little bit about it with you. So, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, first off, we're going to just start from the very top. New systems and rewards to give all the most engaged players additional options and pursuits, including a new weapon tier system, which is called Masterworks. It's over there. Masterworks, which will feature stat trackers, random and re-rollable stat bonuses, unique items, tooltips, and item details screen. We're going to see a little bit more of that information down at the bottom, so hold off on that. And remember that, put it in the back of your head for later. Improved vendor rewards, including the ability to purchase weapons directly from the vendors, and you can now use your legendary shards to do so, and also your tokens, which is huge. I don't know why they didn't give more purpose to the legendary shards in the first place, but as of right now, I've got about 4,000 of them, and I have no idea what to do with them. So when the new update drops on December 5th, we're probably going to be in the game together, and I'm probably going to spend every last one of my legendary shards, so stay tuned for that. Moving on, we've got added armor ornaments that grant visual permutations to the armor sets in rewards for players completing specific challenges, which is great. So, say the Prestige Raid, say the Trials of the Nine, say Iron Banner, and maybe the Prestige Strike Nightfalls, something along those lines. We're going to get ornaments for our armor sets, which is awesome. And hopefully, every armor set. That'd be really cool. If we could actually get just every armor set in the game to have an ornament set, or maybe specific ornaments will be applied to almost every set, and it will do different things depending on what set you apply it to. But I'm probably getting way overboard with this, but that's just something I'd like to see because of all the lack of content recently. Moving on, we've also got better incentives for players who complete challenging prestige activities. We're targeting a January update to provide better incentives to complete the prestige activities. So on December 5th, when the update drops for the Curse of Osiris expansion, we're not going to get that right away, but they are targeting another January update that will be a major update that will change the game even more for us, which is awesome because I want more content regularly, and this is going to definitely help that out. Moving on to the next one is better rewards and replay value for strikes, adventures, and lost sectors, which is something that is going to be introduced in December with introducing heroic strike playlists and more generous strike rewards. Rewards for adventures and lost sectors are still on our radar, but will not be delivered for our December updates. Probably going to be January update, so stay tuned for that. They haven't marked a date, but hoping January lost sectors and adventures will be a little bit more purposeful. And then we've also got private matches for the Crucible. Yes, private matches for the Crucible is finally going to drop, and that will be in the targeting area of early 2018. So again, probably January. and expect to have better insight into exact timing in the new year. We are also moving ranked PvP to the top of our priority list for next year to support the competitive community. Ranked PvP. That is the one thing I wanted to hear out of anything else Bungie could have added, and that was one of the things that I mentioned highly specifically in the video where I said I was done with Destiny. And as of right now, I am done with Destiny. I'm not playing Destiny at all. I haven't touched it with a 50-foot pole. And I might get back on to record some gameplay for you guys, but I'm not sure. As of right now, Destiny is a really dry game, and I have no incentive to go into the Crucible. Ranked play, though, is definitely going to add that feature, and having ranked play, competitive play, and private matches finally opens up the sector for MLG and esports for Destiny 2. That is a huge deal for a huge majority of the content creators on Destiny 2. They've been waiting for this for a very long time. Enkuch, Sir Demetrius, pretty much all the major Destiny teams that make those montages, they've been waiting for this day to come. Okay, so Crucible, it's tuning like adjustments to the supremacy scoring and better spawning rules, which honestly the spawn inside of the supremacy is really bad. I actually hate playing supremacy because I get spawn camped hardcore, and I also can spawn camp hardcore against the other team, which is not fun. I don't want to get spawn camped and die immediately when I spawn into the game. I want to have a chance to win. Next up, we've got better incentives for completing Crucible matches, penalties for quitting competitive maps. Okay, this has been a thing with most companies. Why don't they add a penalty for leaving a competitive match when they release the game? Why is it always several months after the game's released? If any game developers are out there, please, from now on when you release a game with public and competitive play, you make sure that the people that are leaving competitive actually get a penalty, because the people that are staying in there to fight and actually grind their ELO, I mean, they're having their teammates leave. It doesn't really help them out, and it just causes a mess, guys. Please just start adding that from the get-go. But Bungie, good job for deciding to finally add that. Then we've got continued improvements to the Iron Banner and faction rallies, including uniqueness of rewards. The next Iron Banner and faction rally will introduce improvements in both these areas. See the December update details action for more information below, which we will in momentarily. Changes to make the mod economy more interesting and impactful. The Gunsmith will also have some updates to how mods are required, and we'll see a little bit more information in a minute. We are exploring more updates to the system in the new year. So we're going to keep having the mod system upgraded. So stay tuned for that. Right now, that whole +5 and then having abilities that don't really do anything for you, that will change, hopefully. Then we've got new ways to spend surplus currency and materials, which they're looking at legendary shards more specifically than anything else. Legendary shards have been a huge problem. They've been building up in people's inventories, and honestly, if they were going to do that, the stuff that Xur sells should have been way more expensive than what it was. Now, December update details. This is all going to be happening immediately on December 5th and December 12th. So stay tuned for that, because there's going to be 2 updates in December that we have to pay attention to. The first one at December 5th is going to be the major update to launch the Curse of Osiris DLC and a couple of sandbox changes, but all of the stuff for the December update will finally release on December 12th. That's something important to note, because a lot of people are like, oh, we're getting all this on the 5th? No, you're not getting all of this on the 5th. So, very first thing is, both updates combined includes improvements set against the following goals. Deepen rewards for advanced players. Provide more player control over obtaining rewards. Make shards useful by adding things to use them for. Provide general quality fixes wherever possible. Basically a huge change to life in Destiny 2. So let's prepare ourselves here. First one is going to be the Masterworks. This is going to be a new section in our mod slot where we can actually add specific abilities at the end to upgrade our guns even further. And these are going to have different effects. There's going to be different effects across the board for this. And the image for Uriel's gift is right there. We're going to zoom in on that. But Uriel's gift, basically, they're going to add a special ability that will basically you can decide what perk you add or what stat you add to it to make it better than everybody else's. And this is going to kind of add the form of God roll that we've been waiting for, because we're going to have to acquire the Masterworks to equip them to our weapons, and that might be the challenge. Hopefully it's challenging, hopefully it's not too easy. Moving on to the next thing is December 12th, legendary weapons will be rated to become Masterworks versions. Masterworks will have a few advantages over the baseline legendary weapon. One, track and display the number of kills with that weapon, which choice between total count or crucible only count. Generate orbs for you and your allies on multi-kills. Add weapon stats, bonuses, that are selected randomly from a small pool and are re-rollable. Masterworks drop from any source of legendary weapons or characters above 250 power. Unwanted Masterworks can be dismantled into materials that can upgrade an existing legendary weapon into a Masterwork. Raid and Trials of the 9 weapons will have a very high chance to be Masterworks. We have future plans to extend Masterworks to other gear and oppose your kill counts in more places, e.g. Crucible kill screen. Then we've also got armor ornaments, and we're showing off Lord Saladin because the Iron Banner is going to be getting a brand new set of armor, I believe, and ornaments to change the first set and the second set to make them all look different. To make any Guardian that's wearing Iron Banner regalia look different. Same thing goes for the Trials of the 9, so stay tuned for that. Armor ornaments will be added to some existing armor sets for more visual customization without losing your shaders or mods. These ornaments will be unlocked by completing objectives specific to each set and are permanently unlocked account-wide, just like exotic weapon ornaments. They will be applied to the base pieces that you may already have collected and can now unlock on vendors if not. In Season 2, the following sets have ornaments unlocked in the respective activities: the Vanguard Faction Armor, Crucible Faction Armor, Trials of the 9 Armor, Iron Banner Armor, Dead Orbit Armor, Future War Cult, New Monarchy, and Eater of Worlds Raid Layer Armor. Super excited about this because now every major armor set in the game can have some uniqueness to it. I know there's millions of players out there and there's not going to be that much uniqueness, but at least I have a choice. I have an opinion of sorts to be able to apply to my character, which is great. December 12th, faction armor and weapons will be unlocked for purchase for legendary shards and faction tokens on most faction vendors. All 5 armor slots will always be present, and weapons will rotate weekly on factions that have them. Slots will be unlocked by claiming rewards, engrams, from the respective factions. You will get credit for engrams you may have already claimed since launch. And we also are going to talk about Xur a little bit. Xur has some major changes. The guy over there on the TV screen is one of the most important characters back in Destiny 1 that everybody enjoyed watching every Friday, and the videos since then have gotten boring because Xur doesn't really have anything at all to talk about. He's got a couple exotics, but as we all know, exotics are really easy to obtain in this new game. Now, on December 12th, Xur has some new offerings for players collecting exotics. Every week, you will be able to acquire one of the new Fated Engrams using legendary shards that will decrypt as exotics that aren't already in your collection. So if there's anyone out there that has bad RNG, Well, we've just increased that RNG chance. You're going to get an exotic every single weekend that is going to guarantee you something you don't have. Unless you have all the exotics, then I have no idea what the point of this engram is, but so be it. Go Bungie. Now, a simple 3 of coins that boosts exotic drop rates from any source for 4 hours. This is insane. Why? I read over this earlier, and I've read over all of this stuff, and that's one con I don't want them to do. And a lot of the community has already talked about it. Why would you add 3 of coins into the game when it's already very easy to go and get an exotic? As of right now, if you go and do 10 heroic public events, you are almost guaranteed 100% chance that out of one of the 10 heroic public events, you will get an exotic engram. As of right now, exotic engrams have a huge, high chance of turning into something you already have. But believe me, after playing the game for 100 hours, I had every exotic in the game. I really don't think they should add 3 of coins, and that's just me. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. Moving on, we also have no obscure stacking mechanics or need to reapply before every boss. These cost legendary shards, and you can have as many as you like. Now we've got a little thing from Banshee. So the gunsmith himself, general investment, and things that you can buy and stuff. So Banshee has some updates on weapons and armor mods from the front. For players wanting to clear some mod inventory space, rare quality mods will dismantle into gunsmith materials and have a chance to produce legendary quality mod components. For players chasing specific legendary mods, including legendary kinetic mods, Banshee will offer a selection of specific legendary mods for direct purchase, with a selection that will rotate daily and cost legendary shards and mod components. This can be a hit or miss on pro or con, and honestly, I think it's a con, but then again, I also think it's a pro, because one thing specifically, some mods are very hard to obtain, and which makes that grind there, at least something little for you to grind, which allows you to continue playing. It's playability. But then again, if they're adding an even more diverse mod kind of system, I feel like it might be good, because maybe you have a chance of getting the new stuff, or maybe trying to build up what you already have. So it just allows you to have more mods, maybe complete more weapons and armor sets that you may have wanted to use, but you didn't have the mods for it because you were pretty much stuck at this one armor set, because that was the armor set that you had all the mods for. So I don't know. Pro and con there. Not sure really what to think of it. On December 5th, for players, though, chasing a world legendary for looking for Masterworks, Master Raoul will sell some of his rumored hoard of legendary engrams for legendary shards. Yes, Master Raoul will be selling legendary engrams again. Oh my god, why didn't he in the first place? Bungie, you removed so much stuff from Destiny 1 that you're adding back, and it's really funny, guys. It's really funny. You shouldn't have changed so much from Destiny 1 in the first place. Commander Zavala and Lord Shaxx will sell gift consumables for legendary shards that can be used during a strike or crucible match that will serve the following functions. Grant bonus rewards to everyone in the activity upon completion, friend or foe alike. Award anything for faction tokens to a round of exotics for everyone in the match. Not sure of that. Interesting, but awarding friend and foe, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if it's in the Crucible match, you have to win to get the reward, or only your team gets the reward because you're playing with your friends. They should only get the buff. But if everyone in the match now gets the buff, and then you don't even know if the other team is using the buff, so then you waste your buff. I don't know, that's just weird. Okay, December 12th, exploit safeguards on chests and resource nodes are greatly relaxed, and players should encounter them less frequently. Even if they do, drop rates for tokens is only reduced to 30% instead of 0%. And Glimmer will be unaffected. They're going backwards. They are definitely going backwards. So I'm not sure if you guys understood what that means, but there's a glitch during the faction rallies that you were able to go into a cave, grab the chest in a lost sector, go through the door, go back through the door, grab the chest again, go back, go back, go back, go back. After opening the chest twice, any engrams that you would have acquired stopped dropping. Now it's going to have a 30% chance of dropping, and now you also get Glimmer on top of that. So if you do find a chest that you can just constantly grab by leaving instance and going to another instance, you can continue doing that. And Bungie is allowing you to do that. They're adding exploits, guys. They're adding exploits. It's just, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. Vendors will now beckon you to hand in your reputation tokens only when you're carrying enough to earn a reward engram. Now, December 5th, some more changes. Changes affecting reputation tokens. Daily challenges will have reputation tokens awards increase across the board. Caged treasure chests still offer valuable rewards, but now guarantee, at minimum, a payout of a destination appropriate reputation tokens. Strikes will drop a large number of Vanguard reputation tokens. Common quality destination resource tokens will have their drop rates increased to 100%, and values per token increased as well by 50% for common quality tokens and 250% for rare quality tokens. Okay, it makes farming a bit more profitable, so that's good. It basically pushes everybody away from the public events to actually go and do other things, which is really cool. On the balance, reputation required per reward engram will increase for destination factions plus 37% and gunsmith plus 50%. Leviathan raid tokens will be redeemed at Benedict immediately upon obtaining a token instead of requiring a full clear before unlocking. That is amazing. That is awesome. Benedict will take your tokens even if you haven't completed the raid. Congratulations, Guardians, for anyone that wasn't able to complete the raid. Any tokens you have on your character, come December 5th, you'll finally be able to use them. That's actually good, because there's a lot of people that put a lot of time and effort into raids and have never completed them. And I feel they deserve something for completing whatever section they completed. So, good job for everybody, because that's actually really awesome. Next up is, with the launch of Curse of Osiris and the beginning of Season 2, you can expect to see a full suite of patch notes that will document all the changes outlined above, as well as additional gameplay and sandbox tuning changes the team is making to improve Destiny 2. We'll also soon be providing preload and launch day details, as well as a roadmap for our Season 2 content, which includes the dawning in mid-December. XP mechanics. Last weekend, we disabled a scaling mechanism that adjusted XP gains up and down without reflecting those adjustments in the UI. Our intention was to keep slower paced activities as rewarding as high intensity grinding without confusing variation in displayed XP values. But the silent nature of the mechanic betrayed the expectations of transparency that you have for Destiny 2. So they've disabled that, and basically we already see that the newly adjusted 160k XP per level value means the leveling is too slow for some activities. And we have begun to process and collecting data and recalibrating XP earn rates to improve them as quickly as possible. For the future, there's one final note to leave you all off on. Bungie said this: The future. Going forward, we plan to continue this dialogue as openly and frequently as possible. This will be an ongoing process, but one that we are committed to. The week we'll be publishing a new episode of Bungie Podcast where we sound off on the current state of Destiny 2, how we think about our communication challenges, and what it takes to update the game in the wild. You'll be able to listen on both Apple and Android devices, which I will link the link down below if you want to go and get that. It's really easy to download. It's from the Apple Store or the Google Store. And I honestly think you guys should give it a listen. They talked about some good stuff. They talked about all the points in here. And they also talked a little bit more on the details of how they were going to communicate a bit better. Because as of right now, the design team, the entire development team hasn't really been talking with the community very much to keep us informed as to what they're going to do. And that was a big problem. We didn't know what was coming in the future of Destiny 2, which made everyone freak out and wonder, is it really worth sticking around? And there you have it, Guardians. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, remember to leave a thumbs up. Leave any of your comments and thoughts in the comment section below, because there's a lot we talked about today. Other than that, every single one of you, check out the merch store if you haven't already. We've got awesome stuff like this hat and some t-shirts and a bunch of other things. And if you don't want the merch, then that's fine. If you're new to the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button, because that's the best way to support us. And leave a like and a comment. As always, for every single one of you, stay violent.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's a logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.